What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Calvin here, Forex Beginner Podcast. Today's episode, I wanted to bring back a guest that we had on the show before. We have Drewzy Banks in the building. And, we did an interview with Drew a few months ago. It was maybe 5-6 months ago. And at the time, it was a really insightful interview, great interview. But what you don't know is that we had some personal discussions outside of the interview and off camera. And we encouraged each other, motivated each other, but Drew was going through some things in his personal life, and I talked to Drew recently, and he's been updating me on life, personal side, business side, and he's in a much better personal space than where he was before. And what I just thought about is how many times do we, because me personally, you guys know on this channel, I'm vulnerable with you guys, I go through a lot, and I deal with a lot. And I just relate so much to a person that's vulnerable to say, hey, man, everything's not great, but we continuing to push forward. We continue to move forward. And so I wanted to invite Drew back on today to just kind of share with us how he has been able to sustain continuing to trade in the market every single day. Now, obviously, he's not taking trades every single day, but he's looking for opportunities every single day. And how he was able to do that in spite of having to deal with life, what we all go through, the different things that we all have to experience. And so I think today is going to be a great episode. It's going to be a more personal episode for those traders that are actually already on their journey and they're having to deal with some things, or maybe your job is giving you a lot of slack, or maybe you have a family member, your mom don't understand trading, right? How do you deal with that and maintain your sanity to stay consistent in the markets? That's what I want to focus this conversation around. And I'm telling you guys, we're not going to go into detail about what Drew shared with me and what we share with Drew, but I want you to understand that, when I tell you that I have seen this guy persevere through some challenges and still maintain trading and staying and getting better in the market. So there's definitely some motivational nuggets that we can get as we go through our personal trials and tribulations to stay focused in trading. So without further delay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump into this interview. Drew, what's going on, brother?
What's going on?
How you feeling,
gang?
man? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man. So last time we did an interview, you had a lot of changes going on. So you had some business changes happening, some relationships changes happening, some personal stuff happening. But in spite of that, you still wanted to do the interview. You still wanted to sit down. You still wanted to talk to traders. You still wanted to share your journey, and you were still trading. You were still going on. Just talk to us about just mentally, right? When you're going through so much, when so much uncertainty is happening in life, which we all face that sometimes, right? How are you staying motivated to wake up every day and be in the markets?
I mean, at the end of the day, somebody got to do it. Somebody got to show everybody how it's done, and you just got to do it at the end of the day. No matter what you're going through, you got to learn how to starve your distractions and feed your focus. Only then, when you choose to feed your focus, you're going to realize that you're going to have more distractions and more things trying to bother you from stopping you from what you're doing. And if things are trying to stop you from doing what you need to do, then you must be doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Your purpose must be great or there. And that's what I took and I ran with it. I had to really believe in myself, and I felt like no one believed in me at all. You see me? I almost didn't believe in myself a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? But I'm showing up. And that's all you got to do for it. You got to show up, and that's it. Once you show up, half the battle's done. You know what I'm saying? It's just consistency and getting through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So in terms of your trading, right? Yeah. During a time period where you're dealing with some stuff, right?
Yeah. And
changes are happening in life. Yeah. And you're obviously coming to the market to make money. We come into the market to make money. Personally, for me, I'm gonna just be honest. When I'm trading, I'm expecting to make some money. You know what I mean? But if I'm going through something, which that's frequent for me, right? I always have something that's going on, right? And I lose a trade, it's emotional for me. I get upset, right? Did you encounter any losses during the time where you're figuring new situations out, or you're going through trials and tribulations? And how did those losses affect you?
It's all about risk to reward for me.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I got going on. I'm not trying to delete my emotions from what I'm going through. I'm trying to get through what I'm getting through. But I had to realize that I'm destined to do what I'm doing, and ain't nobody gonna stop me. Ain't no one gonna throw no dirt on my name. Ain't no one's gonna not tell me I'm not Druzy Banks at the end of the day because I work hard for this. There was times where I was in a little box by myself doing this, trying to figure it out, whatever the case may be. And I got here off of that hard work. You know what I'm saying? Following my process. And it's the same thing I did now. I had to really remember who I am. So it's like, how did it affect my trading? As you can see, I took loss.
Yeah.
See, I took like 317K L's.
So were all those in the same day?
More than likely, yes.
So was that kind of revenge trading you were doing?
I wouldn't even call it revenge trading. It sounds like it was a move that I was holding and that I was in profit. And it sounds like that was when GJ did that big behind drop and I got caught slipping in there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So when you're going through stuff in life,
Of course.
and you're hitting a $17,000 loss,
Yeah.
are you upset? Are you throwing something?
I mean, I wouldn't even call it throwing something. It's you gotta accept the fact that you went wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
You have to accept the fact. Like at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be perfect with my trading process, but I have to be transparent to myself. I have to accept with myself where I went wrong and critique it so I can be even better. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing you got to address the elephant in the room with yourself if you're taking a big L like that or some type of huge L that you know you're not supposed to take. So for me, that was dissecting where I went wrong and completely accepting that and just I don't need to do that again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just as that.
Yeah.
Just addressing it and just making sure, like there's certain things that you can put a Band-Aid on and there's certain things that you got to treat and make sure you fix. And when I took that big L, I took my time. I adjusted my lot sizes. It wasn't more so about the money. It was about making sure that I can get back in the market and find good setups because I just took a very bad one. So I had to rebuild my confidence with even trading. And that's just taking the setups and again, following my plan. You saw when we was downstairs, I told you I'm floating. I'm still floating in this trade. I've been floating in this trade since 4 a.m. I have so much peace with my trading because again, I know what I'm doing. I've been consistent at it. I'm the only one that's leading a group of 1,700 people for free trading with them. I'm not none of these other people that's charging for stuff. I'm really trying to change the culture and I'm changing the culture. We got over 100 plus people making 5 figures. You know what I'm saying? So now it's next to get them to 6 figures and I don't care what I got to do. If I got to trade with them and hold their hand every step of the way, that's what we're doing because we're making history and ain't nobody going to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going to know how to trade GJ the best. Everybody's going to know whatever pair that I choose to take up under my wing, everybody's going to learn how to do it to the best of their ability. And it's just like, that's what the game is really about. Yeah. It's really about showing people how it's done, leading by example. Forget the fancy stuff that comes with it. Like trading to me is a sport. Trading to me is a sport of psychology. How good do you know yourself and how good will you be at the approach of following your system? How well can you really be disciplined? Yeah. You mentioned and told me I got very solid. Every time you see me, what you see me posting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to get into that. Like, don't like cut the questions now. Come on now. Don't rob me of the questions. What's up, traders? Listen, we're going to jump right back into this amazing podcast interview in just a moment. But if you are new on your Forex journey, or maybe you're asking yourself, Calvin, hey, I'm watching this interview, but I'm still kind of confused. What is the Forex market? How can I make money? How long is it going to take me to make money consistently from this skill set? If those are some questions that you're still wondering the answers to, guess what? Today is your lucky day. I have created a free 30-minute masterclass that is going to give you an introduction to what Forex is and break down for you the process of learning. What is it going to take? How much money can you make? What Forex is? And most importantly, when this free 30-minute masterclass is over, you will know exactly if this is something that you want to do. I feel like a lot of times traders jump into Forex because they see the Lamborghinis, they see the money, they see the jewelry, they hear about the insane flip stories, but are they willing? Are you willing to go through what it's going to take in order to get to a point where you're actually making money from this skill set? All right. And so what I've decided to do is to create this free 30-minute masterclass, this introduction to Forex, to let you know everything that you can do in this market, what everything is in this market, but most importantly, what it's going to take from you in order to reach the results that you ultimately want, so that you have a clear understanding of what it takes so you can make the decision on if you want to continue with this skill set or find something else that's better worth your time. All right. So, hey, head over to www.teachmeaboutforex.com. Again, that's www www.teachmeaboutforex.com, or you could just click the link in the description. That'll take you right over to the sign up page. You can sign up for this free 30-minute intro to Forex masterclass, and I look forward to helping you get closer to your financial goals in trading Forex. All right, let's get back to the interview. For me personally, and the reason like I wanted to do this is because it's like, you know, I talk about my journey a lot on this channel, and, you know, like just being real, like when I got stuff going on personally, if I just got a phone call that I don't like, what was said to me, and I don't like the news, that, I'm an emotional person.
Let me tell you one thing.
Yeah, talk to me.
Let me tell you one thing. It don't matter how much level of success you achieve, it don't matter how much money you make, that's not gonna stop. It's gonna forever come. So you gotta have a filter to your process. You gotta kind of understand what you gotta put on the back burner to handle later, and what's important right now. And right now, at the end of the day, we're both fathers.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, ain't nothing stopping in the way of me and Sia. At the end of the day, ain't nothing gonna stop what she got going on and what I got going on. So at the end of the day, it don't matter who's coming with that energy. If it ain't Sia, I don't need to really let it bother me. Unless it's something about business, or unless it's a problem. Maybe even those take time to get fixed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we just gotta give ourselves some time to really think properly, and that's all I've been doing. I've been enjoying my peace.
So that's your motivation right there, your daughter.
Of course, man.
I love
Come
it.
on, man.
I love it. So let's talk about where you are now, right?
Okay.
Obviously the gym has been very, very important. So I want you to talk about how important working out is. And I also want to talk about your faith life. How has that evolved since the last time we had a conversation as well?
100%.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I mean, as far as for the gym goes, I made a commitment to myself last year. I felt like everybody has heard of Juicy Banks or seen Juicy Banks in a perspective, but now it's time for me to really be the best me and show the fruits of my labor for real. Not, again, with materialistic, but just showing everybody how to be the best version of you. And for me, that started in the gym. I can't be the best version of me, and I don't like how I look, or I don't look the part, I don't feel the part. Most importantly, feel the part. You know what I'm saying? There was times where I would get tired, or I would be sleepy, or whatever the case may be, and it's just so I decided to just lock in with the gym. I felt like the weight that I was at for my age was just it wasn't cool. I was 230. Ain't nothing really wrong with it, but you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, if I'm not 230 mass, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm not in my purpose. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I made a conversation with myself, and I said, listen, you're gonna lock in with this every day, and you're gonna do what you gotta do no matter what. It don't matter how tired you are, it don't matter where you at with it, you're gonna do what you gotta do. And that's just that when it comes to the gym. It don't matter if you can't do that last rep, that last set, take your time and get it done, but you're never gonna quit on yourself with this process. And I took that and I threw it on my back, and shout out to my trainers, Mac and Chris. You know what I'm saying? They really saw what I was going through and put me through the pain in the gym for real, to where I conquered it, and I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I was able to just stand on business with everything that I had going on, because I was putting my body through the nourishment that it needed, not only just working out, but actually eating right. You know what I'm saying? I portion my food now, you know what I'm saying? I eat my 3 meals a day, and I'm good. I cook, you know what I'm saying? I'm not eating out, you know what I'm saying? I'm cooking, I'm making sure I feed my brain with the things that it needs to, so I can optimize and think how I need to think, so I can be who I want to be properly without any issues whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So that's important, because sometimes we'll be running up and down quickly, and let me throw this in my system. You wasn't ready. What are you doing? You wasn't ready. Why are you picking up McDonald's, for example? You know what I'm saying? Why are you picking up fast food? You wasn't ready for real. Stop playing with your potential here. You know what I'm saying? You know that shit bad for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just just taking things serious. Just doing things at a certain tone and at a certain pace, because at the end of the day, time is something that we don't get back. So at the end of the day, I'm not trying to waste none while trying to be the best version of myself too. So it's just every time counts, and we just got to make sure that it's right, because that same time that I'm taking mine, heat up my food, eat my good cooked food. You know what I'm saying? And that's just that.
Love it. So talk about the faith component. How important was that for you?
Woo, man. I mean, throughout my whole process, all I felt like I had was God. It was just me, myself, and just God. Of course, I had my daughter, I had friends, or whatever the case may be, but when I go to bed at night, it was mainly just me a lot of the times. And, You know, like, I don't care what religion, you know, you are whatsoever. You got to believe in something of a higher being. And it's just like, for me, that's God, that's Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So I get down on my knees and I talk to him just like how I'm talking to you. I have a conversation with him. I'm not scared. He knows me. You know what I'm saying? So I talk to him. I tell him like, yo, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I know like I wasn't mentally in the best place, and you know I'm sorry for being that weak when you depend on me, when you need me. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I need myself there, Lord. Give me the strength that I need to be able to conquer these days and to do what I got to do. And I prayed, and I don't accept no as an answer.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? I don't accept nothing as an answer. That's not what I want. If I get it, it's cool. We're going to readdress it and be right back here again with the same conversation. But I don't accept no's as an answer. And it's like, I saw something the other day, and it's like, it's true. It's like, I failed probably 1,000 more times than you ever tried. And I'm not scared of failure. Not at all. Not in one bit. It's going to happen. But I'm also going to learn from it so I can be even better. And isn't that the same thing that we do in trading? When we mess up, we learn from it and we have it even better. So I'm just making sure that I practice what I preach, and that not only the traits that I use to help me be a great trader in the markets, but them same traits, I'm applying them to real life. From the discipline to the consistency to when I mess up with a process. Like, I still mess up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool, but it don't bother me.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's there. It happened. That's it. Let's go. Continue moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna happen. Like, I just, like, for anybody who's listening, don't be scared of being who you gotta be for real. Like, don't be scared of that, because at the end of the day, like, you're gonna have to do what you have to do to be where you want to be, and that just requires you focusing in with yourself, and it's locking in, just completely locking in. Like, cut all the sidebars, cut all the noise. 'Cause at the end of the day, when you're winning, everybody gonna want to be there with you from the hard work that you put in. So just lock in and put it in now, and just be who you gotta be for real. You know?
Yeah,
That's
love it,
That's
man. So like, share this with me, like looking back on, you know, the things that you have overcome and the things that you are like just have evolved from.
Okay.
What are some things or some learning lessons that you've learned that you will apply into the future version of Drew?
So watch who you have in your circle for real. Like, know your circle, know who you have around. Like, pay attention to who's tentative. Not only your times are good and your times are bad, just be very tentative. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's super important, like, especially as the culture is, you know, being an entrepreneur, influencer, or whatever the case of some shape or form, or even a day trader. Just like, watch who you're hanging around for. Like, you know, do your homework. At the end of the day, you're willing to study these charts. Like, study who you're putting yourself around for, because energy rubs off. It matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see me, I'm all about being a wolf. I'm the pack of my wolf. You know what I'm saying? I'm who I believe in that. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm cool with that. That's what life has made it right now. So it's just like, at the end of the day, understand who you are and who you want to be, and how you want to be there, and how do you look at yourself? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because I don't feel like a lot of people really like look at themselves. I feel like, you know, they understand they have an image, but it's like, are you proud of yourself? Like you can tell when somebody's proud of themselves. You can tell, you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see me right now, I'm in the best shape I've ever been. I'm shining bright. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's because I'm proud of who I am, and I know where I'm going with this process. And it's just like, you can't lie when, you know, it's from here. Yeah. So I just try to make sure that everybody feels this at the end of the day, because I'm not scared of it.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
So what I want you to do is, I want you to look in your camera, and I want you to give just a 30-second from just experience, right? Okay. Somebody right now is watching this. Somebody has clicked on this video because they're struggling in trading, they're struggling maybe in life, and they're having a hard time finding balance. I want you to look them in that camera and give them from just your journey in general, like your trading journey, from losing, learning, overcoming, losing money from your account, all of that stuff, having to build it back up. Give them a 30-second pep talk to uplift them right now.
I got you. So listen, I don't know what you're going through, but I want to let you know that your future self is looking at you right now, and they're trying to hold your hand. They're trying to reach out to you and let you know that everything's going to be all right. You possibly don't know how this is going to go, but I want to let you know that life goes on. So whatever it is that you're going through, you're going to get through it. It's just to make sure that you understand that you're going to be okay, because the end result is bright for you. It's huge. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're blessed. You're still here. You're still breathing, and you're still watching this. So at the end of the day, it's all right. Pick yourself back up. Don't think about it too much. Relax and get back to doing you. If you can't do that, relax yourself, relax your mind, relax your body. You know what I'm saying? And bring yourself to a certain level of calm, and then readjust whatever it is that you're going through when the time is right. Because the time ain't right now. The time is for you to stay focused on what you got to do to make sure you're the best version of you. And I know you got this, because I can do it. And if I can do it, you definitely can do it, because it's easy. So at the end of the day, you got this, man. You built for this. Come on.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to stay motivated. Those are words from Druzy, somebody that has been through some things, has built his consistency up, and this is just a motivational piece to keep you encouraged on your journey. Stay blessed, stay encouraged, and stay inspired. God bless you.
And keep God first. Yeah.
Keep God first.